I think you're still muted, Teddy.
I am still muted. Hello.
There we go.
Now we're back. Look at him.
He's here.
He is
What'd you make
here.
for dinner?
He has arrived.
Welcome, Ryan.
What'd you make for dinner, Bree?
Chili.
Chili. Nice.
Yeah, I make damn good chili for the record. I make it with beer.
Oh, hell yeah. Me too.
The awesome.
What kind of beer?
I like to do a stout, but all I had was an ale.
Okay,
I
but
don't
what brand? Are we
I don't
talking-
know. I don't drink beer that much. It was in a purple can.
Uh-huh.
It was a Scottish ale.
Huh.
I don't know.
Mm.
It's my brother's.
What do you put in your chili? What do you make out of it? Or how do you make it, I guess?
Well,
Was it a Beta purple haze?
huh?
Was it a purple haze?
I doubt it. Doubt it's a purple.
Oh, no. You're talking about beer. I thought you were talking about chili. I use one of those chili kits, but then I modify it.
Okay.
Got add
yeah.
extra chili, liquid smoke, extra garlic, a
Mhm.
little bit of cayenne pepper.
Mm.
No, you always have to do extra garlic. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do three
Tons of garlic.
times. Yeah, I do like 3 times the amount of garlic that a
Yep.
recipe calls for.
I love garlic.
Are you a beans and chili person or no?
Mm-mm. Nope, I'm from Texas, son.
Okay. See, I'm a beans and chili kind of person.
No, in Texas, we don't put beans in chili.
Yes, you do, because beans are great.
Yeah, beans
No,
are good. and
beans
they add
don't
a
go
little-
in chili.
Yes, they do. They
Yeah.
add a little bit of a like a structural like difference.
No.
We
Yeah.
have
It's a
we have
textural thing.
beans. We have beans and chili in this house because
Yeah.
my dad grew up in Pennsylvania, so that's probably why.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't. But then, like, I know Aaron is from Boston, and they eat chili like with crackers.
Ugh.
Oh,
Like
We-
you dip crackers in it and
That's
eat
Oh,
it.
disgusting.
I would
like
do
you
that.
would drink,
I'm
like, you
like-
would dip a tortilla, use a tortilla chip. If
We-
you
No,
dip
I put
anything
it on
in chili-
Fritos.
Yes,
Okay,
Frito,
or
Frito.
Fritos. Or
That's what
Fritos
we
is the
do.
only thing chili belongs on. People who
That's-
just eat like spoonfuls of chili like it's soup
I'll eat
scare
that.
me.
I'll
no,
do it like that.
no,
yeah.
it goes
I-
on a Frito or on a hot dog.
I
Okay,
will,
yeah,
but
or
like,
on a hot dog.
well, but that's the thing is with beans, it doesn't need to go on a hot dog. If it's just meat
That's
sauce,
why you don't put beans in there.
but if you like, that's the thing is you can use it without putting it on something if it's got beans in it. It's got a little more substance to it.
Yeah, but you
they're
can still
beans,
put,
though.
but you could still put it on something if it has. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
If anyone's watching this, settle the debate in the comments. Beans
Yeah.
and chili or not.
Settle it in the chat. I know the Chili Arch chili has beans in it. All right, that's where I'm drawing. That's where
Boo!
I'm-
No wonder I have to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. So we're back. Where we last left off, the 3 of you, 4, including your mysterious friend, had just got done speaking to a small group of older ladies who told you that while they have not heard of this coven of glass-blowing witches, they might know where you can find out more information. It seems like they're in town to attend some kind of conference being held at a nearby convention center. It's being hosted by the Academy of Doors, which you may know something about, maybe not. And it's a conference on the ethical applications of witchcraft. So the 4 of you are still in the lobby of the Blank Mage and Thistle. What do? I mean, you still haven't had time to go and eat breakfast. What do you? Or are you just gonna head straight
do
out?
I meet up? Do
Yeah,
I meet up finally?
No, you were already with everybody.
Okay.
We why don't we go eat and we can go ask some of the witches in there while we eat our
Pickles!
Some of the adventurers seem to know of the witches, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes, they didn't want to talk to me, though.
Oh.
Perhaps they will talk to me. I am very intimidated. You aren't?
So you think they're more likely to talk to you?
Yes. I'm a.
They're probably not here right now. Like they've probably already left, right? It's been a
damn it.
few minutes, so they've probably already headed out into the streets, tracking down whatever lead they might have.
rat.
Yeah.
Well, next time, call me over. I'm very good at intimidating people.
Well,
I think it's the claws, you know, and the hooves, and
I was going to, but you seemed intent on intimidating some old ladies instead.
Yeah, didn't really work out well. Well, we got a flyer, so we will. Why don't we check that? See if we can find that place. Wait, is the flyer? Is it happening today?
Yeah, it is occurring today. It's gonna be going on for the next 3 days.
Okay, why don't we get some food and then let's head over to this convention and see if we can find anything.
Okay.
Works for me.
Yeah, so we cut to the interior of the bar here at the Blank Mage and Thistle, where the continental breakfast is held. Like we maybe get an exterior shot of the three or the four of you, I should say, entering through the door underneath a neon sign. It's like a green and blue neon sign of a bulb of garlic, just like flashing on and off. Entering the space inside, there are like some stairs on the other side of the door. Like there's a landing, and there's like a very narrow set of stairs that descend down into a basement. The walls are red bricked. There's kind of a musky smell in the air. It kind of smells like musk and tobacco, and kind of like a sharp kind of salty smell as well, like kind of like a sea smell. On the walls on either side of the narrow staircase, on the red brick walls, are probably like framed pictures of like the city's various celebrities and stuff that have come and have stayed at the Blank Mage and Thistle and have come to the bar. Like we probably see like some celebrities from our world, like a framed picture of like Tom Hanks or like
Give me a little bit more. You know what I want.
Yeah. We see like a framed picture of Tom Hanks. We see like
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
No,
We
not
see
what I wanted.
what's her name? I don't know any pop stars.
Madam
Madam Goo Goo or something.
Yeah.
Just say it, okay?
Yeah, we see a paint or a framed picture of Lady Gaga.
Her
you know,
music spans all realms.
She's like shoulder to shoulder with like a weird walrus dude with like a little bow tie. There's probably pictures of like other people that look like celebrities from our world but are just slightly off. Like there's something about them that like doesn't quite register. Like maybe like an Adam Sandler with like long hair, or like the walrus is Alejandro. I hate you. So yeah, just various different like celebrities, known and unknown to us as you descend the stairs, with like pictures of different barmen. But eventually you reach the bottom of the stairs, and it leads to a basement room. It's not super big, but there's a bar on one end of the room. It's pretty dimly lit. It's probably only lit by like lights behind the bar, and then there's probably like booths around like the walls of the room with like some tables in the middle. There's probably like candles burning at each of the tables and at each of the booths. The walls in here are also decorated with like more like pictures and paintings of celebrities. Behind the bar, you can see that there's like a very old barkeeper. He's kind of like portly. He looks maybe like 80 years old though. His skin is like sagging off of him. He's wearing like a very ill-fitting tuxedo, like the concierge upstairs. And like behind, he's like polishing off like a glass. Behind him are like some bottles of alcohol, but also like a bunch of different bottles with like various different pickled vegetables. And then in the middle of the room, some of the tables have been pushed together, upon which are more of these bottles of pickled vegetables that are kind of like open with like little tongs and like tiny plates and forks and stuff for people to like take, you know, like a pickle or like a pickled onion or like some pickled garlic. What other things do you pickle?
Beets.
Beets, yeah, like some pickled beets.
Are there pickled sandwiches?
Is that a thing?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, there's probably like small triangular cut sandwiches, like stuck together, with like a little
Like
toothpick.
string.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like some string. Yeah, just like submerged in liquid.
Pickled-
And there's
Pickled
like a small.
peanuts. Pickled peanuts.
Pickled peanut. Is that really a thing?
I'm sure you can pickle peanuts.
So yeah, pickled peanuts. But there's some people, like a small group of people, maybe like some other old women, some like just random people from the city, maybe like some mandrills on their break, also like getting some of the like pickled vegetables. And like either like sitting here at this long table of like these other pushed together tables in the middle of the room, or like going over to one of the booths, and just kind of going about their meal, going about enjoying their free breakfast. What do you do?
All right, important question.
Mhm.
We need to establish this now.
Mhm.
For all of us as a team, booth or table?
Booth.
Yeah, booth.
Okay, good, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to continue, because the booth is always superior to the table.
But you can't fit in a booth, and Tim apparently doesn't want a booth.
What? He just said booth.
Yeah, booth is fine.
I
So are you
stand on
booth
the
people or
end of
table
Tim
people?
wants a table. Snibbit wants a booth and a kids menu.
They probably don't have kids menus here.
I
It
know,
seems
but
like
I
these-
want one.
like you can't have one.
Adams, you're not gonna fit in a booth. What are you gonna do?
I stand on the end of the booth.
Then what's the point of having a booth?
Yeah,
It's still better than a table.
It's fair.
that's fair. At least you have room, you know? At least you have a space from which you can like get to the table. So what do you do? Do you go and grab some of your complimentary pickled
Yes.
treats?
All
Do you go and chat
pickles.
up
Yes.
the barman? Yeah, we see you like go over. You know, there's probably a line of people. There's probably like a queue that you have to be in to like get up to where you know, the pickled treats are. Yeah. Does anybody want to do anything in line? Maybe chat somebody up, or do we just see you grab your pickles and then move on?
I think that's
Yeah,
it.
just grab
Yeah.
pickles, move on.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we see you get your pickles, and then you just go and sit at a booth, eat them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is everybody like? What pickled vegetable is everybody eating?
Pickled cucumbers, i.e. pickles, and pickled beets.
Okay.
Why didn't you just say pickles? I mean pickles. Not
Because
all
everything's pickled.
Everything's pickles.
All right, I have some pickled okra and
Okay.
some. I know people eat that a lot. I
It's
actually like
disgusting.
okra. I've never
I hate
had.
okra.
Oh, my roommate used to eat pickled okra, and I thought it was so gross. He would eat it right out of the can.
Yeah.
But pickled okra, some Kalamata olives.
Yum.
Some pickled salmon.
Is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
Well, I'm sure they pickle fish. You can pickle.
It's only there's only pickled vegetables and then like some weird pickled sandwiches.
Fine. I take a weird pickled sandwich with an unknown.
Yeah. The bread is sodden. Tim.
I just ate up about 2 to 5 pickled sandwiches.
Okay. Yeah. We see you load up your plate with those
2
pickled
to
sandwiches.
5.
Man, for someone who's close to death, you sure do eat a lot of sandwiches.
So
Like, yeah, I don't even seem to chew them.
as we see you eat these various different little pickled treats, Finibit, maybe we see you like take a bite out of one of the beets, and as you take a bite in, one of your teeth like hits something in the middle of the beet, kind of like not something hard, but something kind of like a thin layer of something like inside of the beet itself.
Somebody hit a note in your
What?
beat.
What do you do?
If I finish my bite, will I be able to see it?
Yeah, I mean, you could try and like pull it out with your teeth.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah. You pull it out, and there's a small piece of like a parchment, that's been folded up like many different times. that we like see you pull out of this beat. What do you do?
Someone put a note in my beat? How did they even do that? What does it say?
Okay, you unfold it, and this is what it says. You can check your notes in Roll20.
Oh. It's a note from my mom. Guys, wild. Haha.
What do y'all do?
So it's a
I'm
weird
not-
place for a note.
I know, but she's a weird woman. What can you do? Just put notes in beats and.
It's just strange because you've never even mentioned your mother, and now she's sending you notes.
Well, she's just checking up on me, you know, because I graduated school and I'm out on my own now. So
Well, may I see the note?
that's a little rude. It's kind of personal.
We're a team now, so.
That doesn't mean I share my mom with you.
Yeah, this is a personal matter.
Excuse me, I think we should all be sharing our mothers with each other.
That's really weird.
That's weird.
No,
Will
you
you
can't.
read
You
the
can't
note
see my
to us?
note. It just asks me how everything is going and if I have any interesting stories to tell.
Oh, how do you write back?
I put it in the mailbox.
Not back in the beat. Do you have to put it with
No.
a beat?
My mom is just special.
Oh, well,
So what do y'all do? Do you just do you pocket the note? I mean, is anybody
Yeah,
gonna try
I'm
and
just gonna
keep
put the
goading
note in
her
my
and get through
pocket.
it? Okay, all right.
For the sake of our newfound team, I will stop pressing you about your note.
Thank you.
All right. So from here, what do y'all do? There's still like there's another group of the same kind of like shabbily dressed old women inside of the bar, as well as like, you know, some regular patrons. What do y'all do? What's the plan? Have you discussed what the plan is?
Fibble, do you want to try asking around?
Fibble.
Me?
Yes, you. Fibble.
Snippet.
Fibble.
Did you guys find anything from the old women?
No. Just a pamphlet.
But we found something. There's a convention for the ethical use of magic that's happening that we think it would be a good idea to check out after we finish eating our pickles.
You could get a cup of pickle juice as well.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, is the pickle juice.
Yeah.
So.
There's nothing better in
I
the
have a
morning than a nice cup of pickle juice.
Yeah, a nice steaming pot of pickle juice.
Mm-hmm. So
I hate pickles.
The heat really brings out the flavor.
yeah. So what do y'all do? What's the plan?
Well,
Fibble,
are we gonna talk to the old ladies?
why don't you and Tim talk to the old ladies, and I will go talk to that other person that is here that we saw earlier that was mentioned.
No, they're gone.
No, there's someone else here that's not just old ladies. Is there any large group of people in the dining room? Is there like a gaggle of anyone anywhere?
Yeah, kind of looking around. There's probably a group of people in one of the corner booths. You know, they also seem of the mercenary type. You know, armor, weapons, whatnot. It's probably a group of like 5 or so individuals. They seem like slightly less assuming than the ones that Tim spoke with earlier. It's probably like a group of like 5 like human men, or like probably closer to boys. They're kind of like very excitedly like speaking with each other about something.
Perhaps I should go talk to the men over there, and you can try your luck with the witches in the other corner.
Why not?
All right.
Okay. What is it that you're trying to get out of this? Is my question. Like,
I am trying to find out if they have any information on witches who blow glass that are in a coven, and
Okay.
their location.
okay, and you're asking the group of like mercenary-looking people.
Yeah, the
like,
boy men's.
the boys to men's. Yeah, so we see you head over in the direction of their booth. We probably like see them like I imagine it's a corner booth with a round table. And they're kind of all like gathered around it, speaking in hushed voices. And we see your shadow loom over the group as you approach. They all turn around and look at you in unison as you approach. What do you do?
Hello, gentlemen. I was just wondering if you have heard any information on a coven of witches that blow glass in the area, mayhaps.
Yeah, one of them, maybe he's like tossing a dagger in the air and catching it. And he says, "Yeah, what's it to ya?"
Well, I'm interested to know if you know anything.
They kind of look at each other, and then another one says, "It's like my friend says, who wants to know, huh?"
Can I use a spell?
Sure. Yeah. What do you want to use?
The one who said, "Who wants what?" Which one's the biggest, most intimidating looking one?
Probably none of them. They're all about like 5'6".
Oh, right. All right. Fine. The one who was like, "Who wants to know?" Is he holding a mug?
Sure. Yeah. He's got like not a mug, but like a big like a glass, like this one, full of pickle juice.
Great. I would like to cast Shatter at the mug.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Do I just roll a 2d6? Is that what I roll?
Yes, you roll a 2d6, and then you compare it to your skill, and then you deduce.
It succeeds.
Okay, great.
And then I take away the rank, right? That's how much my stamina goes down by whatever rank it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's a cost
Well,
next to all of them.
sorry, not the rank. It's the cost of the spell. If you look in the book, Shatter costs.
Oh, right. Yes, it's 3.
It's 3. Okay, great.
Yes, I need to write that down on here, but I do remember that it is 3.
Okay. So tell me what happens.
Okay, so I just casually wink my eye at the glass that he's holding, and it shudders, and then it shatters with pickle juice going everywhere, spraying the entire group.
Okay, yeah, so the pickle juice gets all over the group. The guy that was holding the mug, he immediately, like, grabs his hand, and starts screaming, as blood, like, starts dripping, from his hand from the glass that you shattered. The bar becomes incredibly quiet after this explosion. Tim and Fnibbit, what are y'all doing?
Well, we were gonna go talk to the old ladies, but then we heard a minor explosion.
Uh-huh.
So now that has our full attention.
Yeah, everybody's looking in the direction of the corner of the room. Babbins is just kind of standing there, in front of the booth.
Looking innocently, just like, oh, what is happening?
The five men each start standing up, and start drawing like knives, from like different like sheaths, like ankle sheaths and like underarm sheaths. And one of them says, "That wasn't very nice what you did to my friend there, pal."
Well, you weren't being very nice to me.
He goes and he throws his knife at
Oh
you.
no, buddy.
So, let's figure this out.
Damn it. I'm sorry, guys. They looked so innocent, and I thought I could rough them up a little bit, you know? Give them a little who's a what's it?
Give him the old who's a what's it's. All right, here. Give me just 1 sec. Let me set this up. All right.
Yes, a good old flesh-toned.
Good old flesh tone background. All right, so let's figure out this bar. Okay. There's probably a table here. And then this is the bar. And then the booth that they were at is like here in this corner. Oh, nope. Are y'all on the right Roll20 page as well? Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I changed it. Okay. So there's booths. Booth here. Another booth here. Alright. Y'all came from over here. So Babbins, you are make a little token representing you. I imagine so they're in this booth. Oh, why can't I ping? Boop. They're in this booth here. Where are the rest of you? I imagine y'all were probably sitting like in one of these booths, right? Or
I think that the old ladies were up in the top left.
top.
Like that last booth, that one.
That one?
So I
Okay.
think that me and Tim are probably over there.
Okay. So we'll say this is old ladies. And then what color do y'all want your tokens to be?
Yellow.
Blue.
But red. I don't care.
Like
what
the
color.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, guys.
How do you open a skill?
What do you mean?
You make it.
I
You just
want
make it.
Intimidate. I don't have it.
Write it in, and then set it at a 1.
At a
Okay.
1 rank. Yeah.
And then Babbins was over here. Okay. So there are 5 dudes. There's probably one here. There's probably one here. There's probably one here. This is like a really bad depiction of booths. And there's probably like one here. Right? And one of them, say this one right here. He goes to throw one of his knives at you, Babbins. So let's roll an opposed test. Let's figure this out. Okay. Although I guess technically, yeah, let's roll it as an opposed test. So we're gonna try and get whoever rolls the highest. So we'll add the 2 numbers. You don't have anything to like dodge with, right?
Me?
Yeah. I think we'll probably just see to roll if he hits you or not. I don't think you'll probably have even time to dodge. So we'll just roll under. All right. So it's 2d6, and then I'm gonna try and get at or under a. Okay. Okay. So he hits.
Wait, I don't get to roll an oppose?
No, because technically, this is not like Like you'd have to be rolling. Well, I mean, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah, actually, let's roll. Roll an opposed roll. So he dealt a 7. So basically, you're gonna roll 2d6 and then add your bonuses and then compare. So he got a 16. So roll something to oppose. Do you have any applicable skills that you could leverage in to try and dodge out of this thing, or what specifically are you rolling here?
I could do claw fighting because my claw goes up and like deflects it.
Okay, yeah. So you got a 7, and then with your bonus, what is that?
What would my bonus be? Would that be the total?
Yes. Yeah, you add your total.
Okay, then I would get a 14.
Okay, so you get a 14, and he gets a 16. So, it hits you. So we see him, like, take this knife out, and then he, like, chucks it, at you, and it will deal... Okay, so it deals 2 damage. So, he throws it at you, and then maybe it, like, sinks... What?
That's 2 stamina?
Yes, that's 2 stamina. So, he throws this knife at you, and it, like, sinks right, in, like, your shoulder blade between, like, where one of your wings meets your body. Or, like, right on your chest, like, right, like, you know, somewhere there. What do you do?
Well, a trickle of golden blood like starts like coming from the wound.
Uh-huh.
I pull out the blade.
Yeah.
And I say, "Now, was that really necessary?"
He says, "You made it necessary, pal." And then the rest of his friends draw their weapons.
Oh.
All right, so we're in combat now. Everybody remembers what their tokens are, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go in here and get the deck ready. Okay. That. Get this.
I guess the real question now is my. I mean, Tim, you look very surprised.
I was very surprised.
I guess the real question now is: are my friends actually going to help me or not?
However much I'm annoyed at your callous personality towards me, you are large, and you do have big claws, and you might be useful.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
No beans.
No beans. Yes, beans.
Beans.
I'm a beans head. Can
you learn spells?
Yeah, you can.
You just have to have someone who knows the spell
Teach me.
Yeah, so someone in our group can teach you, or you have to like trade for it or something. That's what I read.
Mm.
It's easier to do it if I was you were teaching me something, or I would teach you something.
Okay. There we go. All right, we ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let me shuffle this deck. There we go. And then our first card is the Hierophant.
Hey.
I'm going to take my headphones off for a second, but I'm going to put you through my speaker. If you're hearing echo, let me know.
Right.
Just.
All right, so Babbins, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to The question is, do I want to try to get out of this conflict?
Yeah, you're in a pretty sticky situation right now.
Yes, but remember, I can turn invisible, so
That's fair.
That's true. They don't know you're with us, really. You could just disappear.
Yeah. I think you would have to. I feel like the two of you would have to test your luck, to see whether or not these people saw you come in with Babbins, right? Whether anybody here like remembers that you're associated with them in some kind of way.
True.
But that's up
Yeah.
to. But that's just dependent on what you do, Babbins. So
Yeah, but would they openly immediately attack us?
I want to intimidate them really bad. So if it comes to that, let me at them.
all right.
can I try that? Can I try to intimidate them out of battle?
I would imagine not at this point. I mean, you could try, but I don't see you succeeding unless you do something supernatural. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I
It's already past that.
I was trying to intimidate them with the shatter, and they took it as like I want to kill them.
Well,
I don't
you
want to do that.
you did. I mean, A, you disrespected them. B, you wounded one of their friends. C,
Wounded is a strong term, sir.
you cut his hand up pretty bad. That's a glass that you shattered that he was holding on to. Anyway, what do you do?
Okay. I am going to try to diffuse the situation. I'm going to try to go invisible because then they'll be really confused and I can sneak away. Maybe my friends won't be as pissed at me for starting a ruckus.
All right, so invisibility.
So do I roll a 2d6 again?
Yes. You're rolling 2d6 and then comparing it to your like total rank in invisibility.
I got a 6.
Okay.
And so it works because my total is 8. My total is 8.
Okay, so when you become invisible, I'm just sort of reading this. Okay, wizard turns flesh into refractive crystal sheets. You are quite invisible and don't suffer from the usual limitations of illusions. So it lasts for 3 minutes, after which you're going to very noisily reform yourself, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? What do we see? Also, make sure you're going to reduce your stamina by
I did.
by
I forgot
3.
3.
Okay.
Yep.
How much stamina do you have total right now?
I have 24 in total. I have 16 after I just used that. Remember, I have like a bomb ass stamina.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Yeah, what happens?
Okay. So my body kind of shimmers like in an iridescent kind of way.
Uh-huh.
And you just hear this like this little pop.
Mhm.
And it looks like I just vanish. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I tiptoe over to Tim and
I would just get out of the room, homie. You have 3 minutes.
I
Yeah,
know,
you've got 3
minutes.
minutes, and into this turn, you're probably only going to be able to make it about halfway across the room.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's 3 minutes. How big is this room?
No. I'm saying within your turn, you're only going to be able to move to about here.
Oh. All right. Well, I tiptoe towards my friends.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I can make it to my friends. They're only 2 tables away.
But then you're stuck in that corner.
But then you're stuck in that corner.
You mean with you two?
Right.
Mhm.
Also, you have to remember there's a pretty decent amount of people in here. You're also gonna have to try and get past them, right?
A giant invisible monster just knocks people over. I'm like, I wonder where it went.
Yeah.
Oh, you said there weren't that many people in here.
I said there was a decent amount of people in here.
There's like milling about. There's not like large groups.
Yeah.
Well,
So what do you do?
I just go. I try to get closer to my 2 friends to tell them I'm a skedaddle. I'll meet them in the lobby.
Okay. People are gonna hear you speak. You know
I
that,
feel
right?
like you should just go to the lobby.
Just get out of here. We'll know what goes on. We heard a glass shatter. We heard a fight.
Fine. Just take me towards the exit of
Okay.
the room.
All right. So let's say you make it to about like here-ish, right? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. So, on our next turn, we've got the tower, which
That's
is
not me.
one of them.
Hmm.
So, as you disappear and start tiptoeing, we'll say, like, as you disappear, the 5 of them, like, all gasp. And anybody that was watching, which is just about everybody in the room, also like a gasp, like, sounds out across the bar. We hear like them go like, "Oi, where'd he go?" Another one's like, just be careful. Listen close. We'll probably be able to hear him. So one of them is gonna try and see if he can detect where you're at. I mean, you're pretty big.
Yeah, but also the invisibility has none of the like negatives of like illusion.
Right,
so.
no, they can't see you, but they can still hear you. So, would you want to make that an opposed test? Would you like to maybe try and, do you have like stealth or anything?
No,
Okay,
You don't have sneak?
no.
Damn.
He's not a very sneaky creature.
yeah,
True.
give yourself sneak at rank 1, let's say.
With intimidation, we've rolled for it though.
Yeah, but that was because that was something that could have gone either way, right? But
Yeah,
in
you
the case
basically
of,
could
like,
be good at that.
yeah, but in the case of sneak, you're probably not very good at that. Same as like
Wait,
Founder
I
being-
could be good at intimidation.
You're not good at anything.
I'm an assassin.
You're not. Yeah, but you're not good at all of your shits at 1, homie.
I have a 2 in athletics.
Yeah,
Because you rolled that.
Because you rolled that. Because in
But
the
why
moment,
can't I roll intimidation?
because you're probably not gonna be very good at that.
I'm a trained assassin.
For the same reasons.
And I'm buff now.
For the same reasons that that Babbins is getting his sneak at a 1. Your intimidation is probably also at a 1.
What?
So
This is BS.
that's
All
my
right.
ruling, and it's fine.
What up?
All right, so you've got your
I'm
sneak.
scary.
So you've got sneak at a 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you just roll that? Is that what you just rolled? That's 6?
No.
No. Okay. So I'm gonna roll 2d6,
Oh wait, I thought I was gonna roll 2d6.
You're doing opposed.
and
so they're
then
both-
I'm gonna add their skill. Okay.
But when I'm being opposed, I'm doing it. I'm trying to.
You've got to beat. You have to beat an 18.
What?
I thought you just had to make the number that I have.
No. If we're rolling, we're rolling opposed. Their ability to hear you versus your ability to get away quietly.
You said I had to be 18.
Yeah, you have to beat 18.
I got 17, y'all.
Dang.
Damn.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. So.
Nice
Like-
knowing you.
So yeah, we see you disappear, and then the camera kind of like shifts and follows you, like your invisible form as you head down this part of the bar. But this guy right here, maybe we like rack focus onto him. His eyes are like practically like bugging out, and he's like cupping one of his ears trying to listen. And then he says, "Hey boys, I think I hear that guy walking down over there." And he starts making his way to about here.
Oh,
Right.
God.
All right.
Right.
They haven't gotten you yet, but
Well, I can't keep. I tried.
All right.
Oh, hey, that's me again.
So
Hey.
the lovers, what do you do?
Well, I kind of have to attack now because I don't think I'll be able to get out of the room, and it's following me.
Mhm.
So
try to be sneaky again. Of like you notice they hear your footsteps and you're like, oh, gotta step lighter.
Yeah.
would that be an opposed Teddy, or would that just be me?
That would be another opposed test. In which case the results of the last one are technically still writing.
So it wouldn't change anything.
No.
Okay, I'm going to attack. Okay, I'm going to attack.
Okay. All right.
With-
So what are you gonna do?
I am going to swipe at the person coming towards me with my claws.
Okay. So go ahead, and he doesn't know exactly where you at. He doesn't know where you at.
Where are you at?
Yeah,
Where you
he doesn't know where you at.
Where you at, girl?
He doesn't know exactly where you're at. So give yourself a +1 to this roll.
Okay. Wait. Wouldn't that be a negative? Wouldn't that hurt me?
No, because you want to roll under it.
No, yeah.
Right.
So
So add 1 to your total.
Yeah, add 1 to your total. Yeah.
Of the skill.
Yeah,
that you're trying to-
add 1 to my skill, not my roll.
No. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, that would make it harder. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. It's the number, so it succeeds.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So deal damage.
Don't I have to roll again for damage?
Yes. So you roll a d6, and then you compare it to the damage of whatever weapon your claws do damage as. Its damage is sword, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So roll a d6.
4. Okay, so 6 damage.
For 6 damage. Okay. Cool. So yeah, tell me what happens. You don't kill him, but you very severely wound him.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I swipe my so he's doing this thing, right? Where he's like trying to feel for me or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I reach out with one of my claws and I slice his right arm right off of his body. That right arm is gone. I have made him an amputee.
Wow.
If that don't scare those boyish men, nothing will. Okay. I didn't even kill him. Okay.
Yeah. So out of we see like out of nowhere this man's arm. You said his hand or his arm?
His arm, his whole arm.
Yeah, we see out of nowhere his arm just get lopped off. He starts screaming and grabbing at, like, I imagine it's not maybe like the whole arm, but maybe just like slightly below his shoulder. And he immediately like grabs the stump.
He's like, what, guys? No.
Yeah, he grabs the stump and starts screaming and falls down on his knees. And then immediately people in the bar start screaming. People that were seated in like the booth, maybe there were some people seated at this booth, they immediately get up and start running for the exit. The old ladies that the two of you were speaking with over here immediately start like, they take like one last sip of their drinks and they start like getting the fuck out of here. At that moment as well, the barman, we see him like reach underneath the counter and like press something, and a siren starts going off inside of the bar. The lights change and they start pulsing like red, and then there's like a constant siren that's blaring into the room. So people are now evacuating. It looks like things are getting pretty hairy. Let's see.
Gave you that idea.
Who goes next? All right, the moon.
That's me.
All right, Fnibbit, what do you do?
I would like to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, great. Heading in which direction?
Just making a beeline for the exit. I think it's on the other side of the room.
Okay. Yeah, the exit's here. Already there's like a group of people that are struggling to get out. Like everyone's trying to get out all at once. So it's causing a little bit of a little. Is
there no windows?
No. This is a basement.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. You probably, if you're gonna use your whole turn to move, you can probably make it like all the way to about here or so, and you can kind of join the procession of people that are trying to make their way out of the room.
Would love to do that.
Yep. All right. Let's see who's next.
Can I take some silverware with me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and pocket that.
Cool, thanks.
That's me.
The sun. All right.
Your boy.
So, Tim, what do you do?
I do the same thing, and whenever I see Fnibbit grab their silverware, I just am like, and I grab my silverware as well and run. I'm confused. I thought maybe this.
Do you want to head? Do you want to head to where she is?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you also join the procession. Is here good, or do you want to be somewhere else?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Great. So. All right. So, one of these guys, he starts rushing forward, and he gets to, about, let's say, like, here-ish. They kind of know, generally speaking, where you are. Maybe not exactly where you are, but, like, fairly close. And he's charging forward with one of his knives.
I just locked out the hoe's arm, and they're still attacking me?
Yeah.
These children do not learn.
They're mad, and they're not particularly bright. So, he just starts, like, he charges forward screaming, and he starts slashing the air, around where he thinks, that you might be. So in that case...
I get to roll like I did against the owls, right? Where, like, they were coming at me, and I got to roll, and if I won, I got to hurt them. Defense.
Yeah. Well, that's if so. He's gonna roll at a bit of a disadvantage. I'll give him like a -2. And then do you want to roll oppose to try and retaliate, or are you just trying to like stay out of it at this point? What's your game plan?
I'm gonna retaliate.
Okay.
What? You laugh? What? I've already locked one of they're not learning.
I know. I just love how heightened this situation began. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to the bar, we're gonna have some breakfast and find some information, and then go. And it's like, no, let's fucking murder these people.
Intimidate them.
So, well, that's what you get for intimidating people. All right, so.
So do I roll a 2d6 in defense?
Yeah, roll a 2d6. He's gonna roll a 2d6 here.
But he gets a disadvantage.
Right, so he rolls 5, -2, which puts him at a 3, plus his skill is a 12.
I got a 2. I got the lowest one.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy, and you fumble as well. So let me just double check what the specific rules are for fumbling. Fumbles. A roll of double ones in combat results in the roller losing the exchange and their opponent adding 1 to their damage roll. All right. So, he starts wildly slashing at the air, and maybe it's just like the anger in him in that moment that catches you slightly off guard. But he's able to land a pretty decisive hit against you. In that moment. Maybe you get a little cocky thinking that you're invisible and he's not going to be able to hit you, and you overextend a little bit, but he sinks one of his knives into you, and he is going to deal, let's see. He's going to deal 3 damage.
God, I have stamina. If this were brief, he'd be dead.
Yeah. He sinks one of his knives into the side of one of your paws, and then immediately retracts it, and then looks back over his shoulder, and shouts at the rest of his friends over at the booth, "I got him! I got him! The bastard's almost dead! I can tell! So after that, it's the Wheel of Fortune. None of y'all are Wheel of Fortune, right?
Nope.
Isn't it the end of the round?
No, Judgment is the end of the round.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn.
So, one of these guys also rushes up to about here, bolstered by the fact that his friend was able to get a hit in on you. And he also goes in for an attack. This time, just normally. I imagine that now that you're bleeding, some of the drops of blood are landing on the floor beneath you, kind of like clearly marking where you're at, right?
It couldn't be invisible blood?
What?
It couldn't be invisible blood?
No, it doesn't make your blood invisible, it just makes your skin turn invisible.
Fine.
So, he's gonna roll to attack you. So, He's
Do I
got.
get to roll in defense?
Yeah. So you would roll opposed. All right. So you've got to beat a 13.
And I roll a 2d6.
Correct. 2d6, and then add your total. So what is that?
It's 10.
It's a what?
It's a 10.
Can you say it a little bit louder?
It is a 10.
All right. So he hits.
Oh, I'm over this.
And he's going to deal...
Ooh.
That's a 5. He's going to deal 4 damage. So he also rushes up and says, and we see him look down at the little drops of blood that are falling down on the ground, and kind of chuckle under his breath, and say, "This one's for Ronnie." And then he also hits a direct hit. Maybe this one lands against one of your front shoulders.
Oh.
So.
Damn.
Okay.
This was a bad move, y'all.
All right, temperance. So
Where is judgment? Where are you, ho?
in that moment, this guy runs up and starts tending to this guy here whose arm you lopped off. He moves his body slightly back this way just to make room, probably for this guy over here to get in close to you. He goes over to him. He's carrying a little a tablecloth. Maybe he rips it from the booth, and then he goes over to his friend. We hear him say, "All right, it's all right, Ronnie. Come on, pal. Come on, big man. You strong. You strong." And he starts wrapping up his wound. Ronnie looks like he's about to pass out. He's just very blank. He's lost a lot of blood. So then. Okay, the Emperor.
Oh my god. Where is judgment?
What is their initiative, by the way?
It's somewhere in the deck. What is their initiative?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, we don't?
No. But that's you, Tim. So what do you do?
Is that... Am I the Emperor? Oh, you're right, it is. I, for some reason, forgot that was also me.
Yep.
I see my buddy, and he's hurt. I'm
bleeding quite a bit now.
At this point, the gaggle of people that are trying to leave the bar is starting to thin out, and people are kind of making an orderly line to reach the top of the stairs.
I want to... go up, and I want to try to relationship counsel them.
Oh my god, he has relationship counseling. It's a skill.
Okay.
Well, you guys, you all seem so angry. Maybe we should sit down and talk about this. And it's basically just trying to get them to diffuse.
Is that what relationship counseling does?
I don't know. There's no definition for what relationship counseling is.
Okay.
There's a couple of skills that just don't have.
Yeah. To my mind, relationship counseling is okay.
I was trying to spin it of hey, buddy, you may have lost your arm, and you got friends around you, talking, and just I don't know. I was just trying to spin it for them talking about them.
Okay. Yeah, let's see you do that. But do it at a minus. Do it at a -2.
All right.
You'd also have to physically. Are you gonna physically move yourself closer?
Yeah.
Okay. Closer to Babbins or closer to Fnibbit?
Babbins.
So is here too close?
No, that's good.
Okay.
I have to roll a 6 or under.
Oh, buddy. All right. What do we see you say?
I'm hey, we've all lost things here. You lost your arm. My friends lost blood. Uh,
One of
and I
the
just kind
one
of
of the one of the guys, maybe the guy that's tending to Ronnie over here, he finishes bandaging his arm, or like his missing stump. And he says, "Why, you friends with that guy? Huh?" And then this guy over here, he like points his knife at you,
Oh,
and
God.
says, "You're gonna want to stay out of this, pal, for your
Am
own
I
good."
gonna have to come in and save your asses?
Yes.
So at that, all right, death 13. Great.
God.
At
Is that
that,
the other hoe? Is that the other hoe that hasn't done anything yet?
uh,
That
at
is-
that, this guy, he like runs up, and places himself, like at about here, and he goes to throw, maybe this was the guy that was like throwing the knife, and he goes to throw, like one of his knives at
Oh.
you, Tim.
How many knives is this?
God.
Yeah, they got all the knives. So Tim, how do you want to, do you want to try and oppose that, or are you just gonna like hope that he doesn't hit?
Can I try to oppose it with my athletics, my nimble body?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not much meat there, so it's easy to miss.
yeah, you could definitely do that.
Basically, a walking skeleton.
So
All right.
he's gonna roll 2d6 and get. Okay, so you've got to beat an 18.
Got to be 18. All right, I'm gonna add mine. I have a skill of 8, or I have a total of 8.
Okay.
You can do.
That is 15.
All right.
Oh.
So he throws the knife at you, and maybe we see you like try and dodge it, just in like. Maybe we see you try and like bend over backwards and like matrix dodge it for some reason. Just something that's like like it sounds like it would be a good idea, but it's just a little bit too clumsy in the moment.
Wait, we haven't talked about mysterious armor dude. Where is he?
Right now, that is a great question, because
I mean they. Where are they?
yes,
Where are they?
they are here. They are sat in this booth. They have not moved.
Just watching.
Nobody has told them to do a thing.
Oh my god.
They are sat here. So,
Pushing like a pickle sandwich into their against their mask.
yeah, just smushing it against the mask. Okay,
Finally.
and there's judgment.
Ah,
So, let's reshuffle the deck.
Please.
Or we could just put all of ours at top and then judgment after us.
Oh yeah,
I'm with that.
yeah, that sounds great.
The option.
And then I'm actually going to. Oh, I wish that I could add a card from here. And then let's add a card. This is actually a good thing that you brought that up, because I actually forgot about that. Let's talk about how henchmen work in this game. Let me delete this deck. So we're gonna need to make a deck with 19 cards. Delete the deck. Why do I have a playing card deck in here? Delete that shit. Oh, I can't. Okay. And then we're gonna go here to this tarot. And then,
Yeah, you can add
actually, let's delete this one.
Knight card dude in there. Armor dude.
Armor dude. All right. So let's make a deck with 18 cards, right? 18, 16, 10, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 18 cards. So we'll make a deck with 18 cards. Nobody has the star, right?
Mm-mm.
nope.
Okay. We'll make his card be the tower. I'm gonna get rid of death. And then I'm gonna get rid of. Nobody has the hanged man either, right?
I am the hangman.
Oh, you have
That's
the
me.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Actually, let's make his card. I'm gonna get rid of the tower. And then let's make his card be the fool. Sound good?
Sounds
Yes.
good. Did you tell what your their initiative was? The 2 as well?
So, the mysterious friend?
Yeah, mysterious friend.
So, henchmen. Let's talk about how henchmen work in this game.
yeah.
So, henchmen as I understand, only contribute 1 initiative token to the stack. They contribute 1 token to the stack, and when a token is drawn, I determine who acts and what they do. I can take your wishes for what they could do under advisement, but it's ultimately my job to act in the best interest of the henchmen, right? So if you tell me to have them, like, jump into the fray and sacrifice themselves for you, it's probably not going to do that. But I can certainly take requests. Got it?
Roger that.
Okay, great. So, 2 things happen. A, we just solved the first one. The mysterious friend enters the fray. And then we'll make their token be a nice magenta.
Yes.
All right. So the mysterious friend enters the fray. But Fnibbit, there's a commotion happening at the very top of the stairs. Do you peek in and see what it might be?
Yes.
All right. So the door at the top of the staircase has been opened, and filtering in, coming down the stairs, pushing people out of the way are...
Gods.
No, that is too soon, Teddy. This has not been long enough for law enforcement to arrive.
Are 2 mandrels wearing blue buckskin jackets. They're armed with like some tiny swords, and like one of them has like a tiny crossbow that he's holding, and they're kind of like screeching at the people at the top of the stairs and like pushing them to the side, and are making their way down the stairs. When this turn,
I don't want to kill monkeys.
When this turn begins, they will be. What's a color we haven't used yet? Let's say green. Oh no,
We already got green.
Oh, I don't know why it made this guy green.
I know, that's weird. You picked magenta.
Yeah, I did. All right, so we'll say that there's this guy here, and then there's another one making their way about here. So they're at just about the foot of the stairs as we begin this turn.
What happened to Night Guy?
I have to redraw him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
I don't know why Roll20 keeps making the color.
Yes, finally, some more.
Two. Draw.
Alyssa's very happy that she's grown black roses in.
I want them.
That's nice.
You can't have them because you haven't visited our town yet.
All right.
Well,
we ready?
I will.
Oh
Yes,
my god,
ready.
she's doing an Animal Crossing? I thought this was like a real life. She's growing plants on a freaking game. My god. That woman has a problem.
All right. Let's see. Reshuffle. Yeah. Let me pick a card. Okay. So, the Hermit.
Ew, get these pink shits off my lawn.
As the commotion is going on, one of the mandrel guards makes its way to about here. He like pushes you slightly to the side, Fnibbit. And he's got like a little whistle hanging from a cord around his neck. And he puts it into his like little monkey mouth. And he toots it very loudly. The room is still like under that siren that's still going off. But the sound from the whistle is really, really loud, and you can even hear it over the sound of the siren. After that, okay, the moon.
That's me.
What do you do?
Oh God. I feel like it's stupid to intervene in the middle of this fight when there's law enforcement here.
Well, they're not law enforcement. They're just kind of like the guards of the hotel.
Okay.
I think we should just run. We should keep running.
Just get out of here?
There's too many. There's 5 of them. There's now 2 monkeys. We don't know they have untold power.
I mean, they're
Nibbit, it's safe to assume that they don't think that you are a part of this commotion. From what they can see Tim here,
Yep.
right? They can't see Babbins. The mysterious friend is still sat at their booth. And then there's these five bandit mercenary guys that seem to be caught in some kind of a commotion.
guys.
And then this dude with his arm missing.
I feel like should I just run for it? I don't know.
Beetle, beetle,
I
beetle,
would-
Beetlejuice.
If I was in your situation, I'd run.
I'm just gonna get out of here.
Beetlejuice. Beetle, beetle.
So you're just gonna get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you just leave the
Yep.
room entirely?
I'm
Okay.
just gonna walk out up the stairs and out the door.
Okay, yeah, you push back up the stairs. This monkey, this mandrill here, he like as you go by, he like pushes you slightly to like push you further up the stairs. And then you join the group of people that are heading upstairs. There's like everybody's kind of in a commotion. Nobody really knows what's going on. Like people are like, "Oh, did you see that guy? His arm just got lopped off." And then like some people saying, "I think I saw like a large I think like a lamasu or something, but then it was gone." Just general like confused commotion from the patrons previously in the bar. At that. Okay, so it's judgment again. All right, buddy. I've got bad news for you, Mr. Babbins. If I get judgment one more time, your invisibility will go away.
Okay.
All right. So let's shuffle the deck. We said the mysterious friend was the fool, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like started taking a note on that, but then I didn't finish taking the note. All right, he's the fool. All right, let's see what we get. Okay. Babbins, what do you do?
Okay. I am going to also run for it.
Okay. In which just like out back this way?
Yes.
You're going to make it to at least the foot of the stairs, which means that you're going to have to pass this mandrill here. Now, he has not seen you, and he has no reason to suspect that you might be there. So you're not going to make an opposed test. He's not going to be looking for you. You just have to succeed a stealth test, not to make too much noise. And do it at a +1, since you're invisible.
Okay. Sneak.
What do you have to roll under?
7. Is it 2d6 that I roll?
Yes, it's 2d6, and then you've got to roll at it.
I made
Okay.
it. I made
Alright,
it.
great.
I made it. I made
Okay.
it. I made it. I made it. I made it. Made it. I made it.
Okay, great.
Did you make it?
I made it.
You make it, and you make it to about, yeah, we'll say you make it past him. Can you now give me a luck test at +2?
How do I do a luck test?
You have to roll 2d6 and then get under your luck, right?
Yep, I believe so.
2d6?
You can always choose, you can always choose not to.
I know I can always choose not to, but then I'm letting the fates decide what the hell happens.
Mhm.
4, you said +2?
Yeah, +2.
That's my luck. That's 7.
Okay. So, did you succeed? Oh yeah, you got a 4. Okay, great. So reduce your luck by 1.
Okay, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're able to get by. Nobody over here like notices that you've gone. This guy certainly does not notice. And you're able to like make your way over like onto the stairs. This mandrill here, he's too busy kind of like shepherding everybody like up the stairs to like take notice of the fact that you're there. You're probably just like an empty spot at the end of the line. So he stops paying attention and like directs his attention towards what's going on inside of the room. So, okay. And then your invisibility disappears. So, your invisibility goes away while you're on the stairs. Oh, there we go. Your invisibility goes away while you're on the stairs. How does it? Yeah. What do we see? What do we hear when you pop back into existence?
It sounds like puzzle pieces like falling to the ground,
Mhm.
and like assembling, and then there's this dull, and there I am with multiple stab wounds at the end of the stairs.
Yep. So, this mandrill, as soon as you pop back in, it gets very startled. It sees your wounds, and it puts its whistle into its mouth, and then toots it very loudly.
No. Wait, how did he get to do that? It's not his turn yet.
What?
He didn't get his card.
It's taking just a natural reaction to what just happened. Like the turn is over, right? So it toots very loudly, and then let's recall the cards. All right, and then shuffle them. Okay, so I think we're kind of out of, well, no, we're not quite out of combat just yet. So, okay, so temperance. So, this mandrill rushes up.
I want to make it clear that while I was talking to the guards, I was like, hey, like hands up, like talk, like, or not guards, the I was like, hey, and then he got a knife thrown at me.
Yeah, the mandrill, like, it rushes up and starts assessing the situation. This guy back here is losing a lot of blood, and this guy is still attending to him. These three guys in the front look like very confused. Maybe one of them is still like trying to like slice at the air here where Babbins used to be. But as the mandrill guard approaches, he like toots his whistle again. And these guys here like kind of like drop their weapons and start like looking around. Let me see here. Okay, so that's the moon, so we can skip that one. Okay, and then there's judgment again. All right, so let's call that the end of combat.
Enough time has passed, like while they're just dazed and confused, like.
Yeah.
Let's call it the end of combat, please.
So, what does everybody do? Tim, what do you do? Let's focus on you for a second because you're the closest to the chaos. The mysterious friend is still in the booth. They have not moved. The mandrill is like looking around, taking stock of the situation. It's like pulled out a crossbow, and it's aiming it at these five men here. We're really at these front three. And it like also as it comes up, like it aims the crossbow at you and then back at these guys.
I want to make a peace offering towards these scoundrels.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say like, let me help with your friend.
Oh, because he's got healing.
They eye you very warily and say, hey, well, we'll not let you get close to him. Ronnie got hurt real bad by your friend. We know he was your friend. We know you're working with him. Hey.
Friend is a loose term. I happen to sit near him. Your friend's going to bleed out if you don't get help.
So,
I can be that help.
Can you try and persuade them?
Sure, I do not have that as a skill.
Okay.
I do have relationship counseling.
You do have relationship counseling. Yeah, use relationship counseling.
I'm trying to coax out trust and see how. Okay, so I have to roll under or at an 8. I do.
Okay, yeah. How do you successfully convince these guys to let you help their friend out?
I just want to be like, I'm hurt. I point at my knife. Your friend's hurt. We can help this. We can fix this. No, the vase isn't broken. It's just cracked.
Yeah, they look at you, and then they look at the mandrill guard,
and then I see the cut off hand. And it's like, and the vase is missing an arm.
Yeah, and then they kind of like make way, and let you go up and attempt to help out their friend. So the guy whose hand Babbins lopped off, Ronnie, he's laying down on the ground. He looks very pale. He's not really moving or saying much. He looks like very calm, like the adrenaline has like really coursed through his system. He's like blinking very slowly. He like sees you approach, but he doesn't like really like move too much. He's lost a lot of blood. Like he's almost in a puddle of his own blood. What do you do?
Yes. I want to attempt to
Reattach that arm.
Yeah, like what? How likely do you
The
think it
arm
is that I
is
can
no.
make-
The arm is lying down on the ground. If you can leverage in one of your spells, you should be able to reattach it, right?
Yeah, well, like I have posthumous vitality, which
Oh.
is to like breathe life into dead things.
Mhm.
Could I like use that as a sort of like to coax the arm back to life, and then like stitch it onto him?
Ew.
Maybe like with 2 rolls.
Ew.
Let me see.
Ew! Ew! In the background.
Dartboard. I have 2.
I know.
But don't you also have
Posthumous
healing?
vitality requires a
I do
fresh-
just have healing.
Oh,
Could
so
you
so
just
for
heal it?
yeah, you could just attempt to heal him because posthumous vitality requires a fresh or at least whole and lubricated corpse.
Yeah, no, I
It has to be a lubricated corpse?
Yeah, so the joints can move. You gotta let them bones move. Yeah, you've got heal. You said.
just have healing, which is like to stitch together wounds and.
Yeah. Then use healing. What's that? What's the name of that spell?
It's not a spell. It's just healing. There's not even a skill necessarily.
Oh, what is
Just
it?
healing too for his
Wait,
for
what-
necromancers.
I don't understand.
There is no description for what healing is.
Oh, it's just healing.
There's only a description for like what healing a character is like how you go about healing, and it's like, oh, you could eat rations or stitch up wounds or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, then maybe you can use your healing skill. But you probably have to lose some stamina to do this. Like,
Yeah,
it's lose. Yeah, let's see what you roll and let's see if you succeed in the first place.
let me just make sure. I'm gonna search the rulebook for healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says used to stitch wounds and apply ointment, stop bleeding, slow poison, and the like. Also used for stabilizing dying people. There's
Okay.
no other info next to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll. I haven't.
You could probably with that skill then you could probably here roll first.
If I get really well, maybe I can reattach it.
Yeah, it just says healing used to stitch wounds and apply ointment, stop bleeding, slow
Out of
poison.
5, I passed.
Okay.
Also,
yeah.
Also used for stabilizing dying people.
Yep.
Yeah, you could probably like stabilize his wound, and maybe like help to stop the bleeding a little bit more effectively. But he's gonna have to get to some kind of medical attention quick. So
Oh, yeah.
what do we see you do?
I would just. I don't think I rolled well enough to try to actually reattach the arm.
Mhm.
There's no fire, right?
There's candles burning.
You're gonna cauterize the wound.
Yeah, I was thinking cauterizing.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, we could see you do that. You could probably grab one of the candles and like, start burning the end of his wound.
Yeah, and then just move past that. And
Yeah, what do you-
Eventually, it stops bleeding. That's about
Yeah,
it.
what do you tell this guy? What do you tell these guys after you're done stabilizing the wound? Like, what do we see? What do we see happen? Like, they're all kind of crowding around you, like seeing what you're doing.
I'll say, take your friend to a doctor, else he won't be your friend that's living anymore.
One of the guys says,
What a good word.
"Thanks, pal. You saved his life. You saved his life." At that moment, someone comes bursting into the room. Maybe you hear his voice and turn around and see who it is, Tim. But someone bursts into the room and like very loudly shouts, "Now, what the devil is going on here?" Turning around, it's Bibby. He comes down with a pack of like 6 more mandrills. At that, like one of the mandrills, like this one here, like comes up to him. He's probably standing about here, and then like starts like whispering something in his ear. And then the barman, who's been behind the bar this whole time,
Just cleaning glasses.
says, "Some men started a fight. The big one, don't remember what he looked like, but he disappeared. But he's real big. Started a fight with those
you
5
want
guys
shorts?
over there. And after that, I'm not really sure. Maybe the guy in the robes over there was involved. I don't really know. There was somebody else too, but maybe a girl. But I don't really remember. Bibby says, this violence within the halls of the Blank Mange and Thistle is not tolerated. Was it you? Who started this fight? What's going on? What do y'all do?
I don't think I'm in the room anymore.
No,
Yeah,
you're not.
You pieced out.
You're gone. You're in the lobby.
I'm gonna keep trying to go up those stairs.
One of the mandrels, this one that's behind you, as soon as you start trying to like go up the stairs, it starts like pushing at you, like trying to herd you back into the room. And it's giving you a very stern look.
Okay, I'm not going back in that room. That mandrel is not big enough to push me. I want to keep on.
He starts pushing harder, and then he draws one of his weapons and then like hisses at you. He like bares his teeth.
That's such a mean monkey.
What do you do?
This dude. I think there's been a misunderstanding. We're adventurers, and it appears tensions got too high. This fight was not intentional. I would like to make amends and apologize to the caretaker of the hotel and move on. And
one of these guys here says, "Yeah, I don't know about this guy, but wherever that big guy's at, he needs to pay for this. He started this."
Speaking of paying, I just want to turn around and a handful of 10 gold silver coins and just extend my hand to him.
Okay. To the guy that spoke up?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to pay him off.
Pay him off to do what specifically?
To not keep trying to press charges.
Well, they're not okay, so these are not the cops.
I know he's not pressing it, but I mean, like, because he's keep being like, nah, the big guy's gotta pay. The big guy's gotta pay.
Well, so it's already kind of been established. Like, Bibby has come in. He already knows that Babbins started some kind of fight. The bartender said so as much himself. He gave a physical description. These guys have already said something. I think it's a little too late for that.
It is. Okay,
Alleged.
I'm not going to give away my money then.
It's alleged.
Babbins, the mandrill, he just got done hissing at you. He's kind of like poking and prodding at you. He's not gonna let you get away with this.
Oh.
Can I call out? Can I call out to BB and say, how can we leave? I want to go.
Yeah. Bibby says, yes, you can start with that. You can start by leaving, and you 5 as well. Take your friend and take him somewhere else. He's soiling the floor. And they just start sort of like grumbling amongst themselves. Like they take their friend like under one arm and then start like moving out of the room. The mandrill is still trying to push you into the room. Babbins, what are you doing?
Oh, I step into the room very gingerly and very respectful like, and I say I'm terribly sorry for any disruption we may have caused tonight, or this morning. I mean, this beautiful morn, but it was not my intention to start a fight. And what happened was I was talking to these gentlemen, and they got a bit upset, and they threw a dagger at me. And to de-escalate the situation, I tried to leave the room.
Bibby says, just be quiet already. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. The lot of you were involved in violence. You spilled blood within the hallowed halls of the Blank Mange and Thistle. This is a family establishment, sirs. Please, collect your things and leave immediately. The lot of you.
We out of here, girl. We will be out of here real fast.
I put my head down. I turn to the armored figure. I'm like, let's go.
They they look up in your direction, and they give you like a big old wave, and then they get up out of their booth, and then like go over to your side. As you are all leaving, maybe the group of 5 men that you attacked, like walk
Attacked
out of the
proper
room. Maybe
defended against.
defended against. Yes, correct. My mistake. They walk past you, leaving out of the room, and they're kind of like giving you some looks. But as they're leaving the room and climbing up the stairs, maybe the mandrels have kind of moved out of the way. Maybe you're closer to the stairs, Babbins. They're giving you some looks, Babbins, and one of them like leans over and says, and he says, "King Mob's gonna hear about this, freak." And then they leave.
They said King Mob.
King Mob.
Okay, noted.
All right. So, what do the two of you that are still here in the bar do?
Well,
He told us to leave.
yes,
I think we leave.
All right,
We-
you've gotta leave. Like you've gotta
Yep.
get your stuff and like probably never come back here.
we respectfully walk upstairs,
Mhm.
and we find Fibnit up there.
Yeah, Fnibbit, what have you
Fnibbit.
been doing? What have you been doing this whole time in the lobby? Like, there's probably a group of people that are gathered around the doors to the basement bar, kind of like muttering to themselves and trying to like peek in and take a look at what's going on. Um,
Like standing kind of half hidden by a ficus tree, trying to look nondescript.
yep.
Ooh, what a nice ficus tree!
Yeah. You see, you see the group of men that Babbins got into some kind of altercation with, like leave, carrying their friend, and they exit the hotel. And then you see Tim and Babbins come up on out of the stairs. As you come out, Babbins, like the group of people that were gathering around like the entrance to the basement, they like scatter at your arrival. What do you do?
Well, me and Tim together walk
Oh,
up.
and the mysterious friend.
Oh yes, and mysterious friend walk up to Fibnit over there, and I say
Something.
in a very respectful voice, I say, I think it is time to leave.
You got kicked out, didn't you?
Yes.
We can talk about this as soon as we are out of this establishment.
Okay. Awesome. Love that for us.
Well, no, I guess they would know that you're part with us, and if they're kicking us out, they would kick
Yep.
you out too.
Yeah, so as you're having this discussion, some mandrels come out of the elevator carrying like suitcases full of all of your belongings. And they walk up and they like dump it at your feet, and then like eye the four of you very suspiciously, and then they depart.
Hey, we don't have to go get it now.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I call service.
That was funny.
So what do you do?
Well, I pick up my things, and I think we all pick up our things and quickly exit the lobby.
Does that
Yep.
sound
I like that
does that sound
plan.
about right?
We
Yep.
we step out the doors. The morning sun, 'cause it's probably still like what 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's probably not, it's probably like 9 or 10 a.m.
The morning sun's still like bright and shining. We're like, well,
Let's get started.
I would just like to say a few things about what happened in there. First of all, I would like to profusely apologize for causing a very unnecessary altercation.
I turn and just like look at Fnibbit, and I'm like, what? Am I hearing this right?
I would also like to apologize to Tim. Perhaps I judged you and your character a bit prematurely.
When you say that, Tim just eyes water and goes in for a hug.
Aww.
He just hugs you.
And I just kind of stand there. I'm not like, I'm just like, do you want people to like, doesn't,
Yeah,
you know what happens when they're like, wasn't expecting it, but they're like not mad about it? I guess I like slightly pat him on the back with my paw.
All right, as you go in to hug him, the mysterious friend also walks up and then joins the hug pile.
Oh no.
Aww.
Fnibbit, what are you doing?
I'm gonna join the
Group
group
hug.
hug.
All right, everybody takes a big old group hug as you've now been kicked out on the streets without a
You
place
guys are
to
so
stay.
irresponsible.
And
You
then
know,
let's
in
take
the rules
a
for
5-minute break. let's take
Okay.
5.
Yeah, I'm gonna brew some coffee.
So,
Yes.
Great.
We're
And
back
then
at 7:46.
what?
Are we back at like 7:46 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
BRB.